just don't worry about anything else. If you're not happy, mate, just say, Brady, I want to do that again. We're here to get the best.
Alright, no worries.
Well, were you surprised when you heard those statistics that single dads are growing at twice the rate of single mothers? Did that surprise you?
Yes and no. Because I've noticed the statistics on.
Yeah, just pick up a yes and no. Yeah. I've noticed. Yeah, that's good.
I've noticed these statistics on the ABS previously. From 2006 being 13%, 86,000 fathers in Australia raising their kids, to 2009, 2010 was 138,000. It's 15%, now 17.6%, 158,000. It's just growing and growing.
Why do you think that is?
It's a variety of different reasons. I couldn't say one particular reason or another.
What do you think the main ones are? Or you'd rather not go down that path?
Yeah,
okay, no worries, okay, yep. What, do dads, I mean, single mums have the ones that get all the news. They're the ones that are always, at the forefront. They're the ones that we think of all the time. Society's changed. Dads have now got a bigger role, which is great. Do they get the same benefits as mums?
Yeah, since Barry Williams went on his hunger strike outside the old Parliament back in 1977, the Whitlam government changed it from the mother's benefit to the single parents payment.
And does society, do you think, give the same rights to men as they do to women, single women?
Well, it depends on the individuals. I really don't see how gender plays a part.
Yeah, you think that is the case? It's this day and age, we're more mature than what we were. A single dad isn't seen differently to a single mum.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You've never encountered any problems at all?
Oh, there's been a few issues, but you get through it, and instead of actually complaining about it, do something about it. Yeah. So it's like the Soul Fathers United.
Yeah. Why did you decide to set that up? I should ask that. Yeah.
Well, basically, I noticed I've got a lot of female friends that were mothers, and they were great help for when I first got my little girl by myself. And I noticed I spoke to a few dads, and they told me that they didn't know anyone that had kids. A lot of people they work with didn't have kids. So I thought, well, mums get a chance to catch up with school drop-offs and all that kind. So I thought, well, give dads an opportunity to meet up and have a chat, and allow their kids to actually meet other kids being raised by the fathers as well.
And there's so many other issues, aren't there, that you've discussed with us, such as simple things like learning to cook.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the issues.
Oh, well, you get bored pretty much with the same meals over and over. So we established a father's cooking class as well. It allows dads to learn a larger variety of meals.
Other things, anything else you discuss or go over?
Well, we've got the Active Fathers, Active Children Engaging Together, which is basically a boot camp for fathers and their children to promote physical well-being.
Do you think, are there any, not discrimination, but is there any difficulties in the workforce? I mean, is it difficult for single dads to get sick days, to get compassionate days, to get time off to pick up and drop off from schools and things, like it is for mums? It's accepted for single mums. Is it difficult for dads?
I think it's all the same across the board for single parents trying to actually get that work home life balance.
What are the things that you'd like to see, like to get? Is there anything that government or can do to help soul dads?
Father's Refuge. I speak to dads that are in men's hostels with their kids, sleep in the back of the cars with their kids, and aren't welcome at the family refuges that domestic violence crisis centres and stuff like that.
Why is that? I mean, they've got these setups for women with their children, but they just don't have that at this stage.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. And there's dads out there who are really struggling with their children.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So when it comes to refuges and things like that, I mean, there's lots of suburbs in every major city has refuges for women and their children and that. But you're telling me there's nothing really there for men.
Not for fathers.
And so is that something you're pushing, and what are you saying to governments about this?
Well, at the moment I'm just drafting a proposal to open up a families hub in the northern suburbs, and one of the programs that I want to run through that is transition housing for fathers.
Do dads, when I hear that, I get concerned, because do dads get the same benefits as mums get?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And there's all the facilities that single mums get, that dads can get?
It's all set up for single parents except for that one thing.
Yeah, which Barry changed all those years ago. Yeah, indeed. That's why you got it.
I thought I was actually shaking.
No, you're alright. Yeah, it's a bit. We'll get there. Just like this trying to go past. We're going to couple more questions.
2 seconds, mate.
Has it been a learning curve? I mean, you've had Mariah since very early, so for you, it's just the way it is, or has it been a learning curve, a steep learning curve?
Parenthood in general is a learning curve. You know, you've got ages and stages that kids go through, and that parents go through as well, and they're both in development. So, yeah, it's just everything changes. Once one thing, you solve one problem, another one, appears, and you work through that one as well.
Yeah. How have you managed to juggle work and being a sole parent?
Well, it was more study. 2 years of study, and raising a little girl. So you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. All right. Well done. I'll ask a few more questions before we get down there. Is that all right?
Stay there for a second.
Perfect.
Guys,
Yeah, beautiful.
You just both tucking towards the table.
Yeah. Mate, it's as easy as that, we just put a little 5-second bit here and 5 seconds bit there, so that's all good, so that's all.
Just to this shot, mate, I'll just get you to duck around.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, Mariah. Right. I get sick of talking to this kid, you're annoying me. You know what you've been told, Mariah, don't tell me good here. Huh? So why don't you just sit there?
Careful, do you want me to move that out, pal?
No, that's
Right.
fine.
Alright, I'll go and take it. Expected.
Kayla, you want to say hello? What's that? Is that your cat? It's got big eyes. Was that a dog? A dog, sorry. Oh, it's a rabbit.
I'll wear that. I don't know, just we don't say
Who's an instrument supporter here? Only a third. That's why he said only
What's
a
its
third.
name? Is its name Rabbit? Really? How come we call it Rabbit? Look how big Rabbit is.
No, it's got big dog ears. It's shiny.
I thought it was Bradley Big.
Well, as you know, we've had a number of guest speakers already along to our meetings. We've had Stan Carosi having a talk about parental alienation, Peter Lynch talking about family law, Dean Dawes coming down and having a chat to us about nutritional needs of each person within the family, and the one last weekend was Barry Williams talking about shared parenting legislation. Just wondering if you guys have any other ideas that might be able to help to get people in as guest speakers.
I've got a good one, but I don't think anyone's going to be interested. There's a blacksmithing school up in Bundoora, and we could get one of those guys down to talk about blacksmithing, but I don't know whether anybody's going to be interested in that.
You want to learn how to blacking?
Oh, I think it's interesting.
Blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmithing.
Sounds different.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyone got any ideas? Like, I was thinking first aid. Get someone down to St. John's, do a short first aid course for the kids and the dads, so they have a bit more of an understanding of, in case anything happens to us, or something happens to them, mate, we've got a better understanding, and they've got a better understanding of what they need to do.
First aid course,
Yeah.
Well, I got into contact with a court writer who does the family reports for the court, and he's willing to come down and
Court writer.
Sweetheart, please. Honey, I'm trying to have a minute.
Right, come down, sit down.
Come on, I love you too. So, honey, I can't write with you jumping all over me like that. Alright?
Hey Mariah, you might have to write some things down on your bit of paper that you have with your pen, darling. We need Daddy to talk for a little while. Where did your pen go, the sparkly pen?
It's right there.
You can use my pen, here.
Oh.
But I don't have any paper.
Here, you can have my itinerary.
You're a champion, bring him to the meeting.
I've got a 6-year-old, you can tell, can't you? There you go. No, it's all yours, darling. You go for it. But you've got to sit over here. Oh, no, okay, you've got to sit next to Dad, but be really quiet. Good girl.
Anyone else got any other ideas?
I was just thinking about those working with children's classes. I know I had one and you had one, but I was thinking maybe, if people wanted to get involved in that.
Yeah.
Get some working with children.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing. Volunteer child working with children's check, right, is only about $15 you pay for it, just a photo, and if you want an employee one, that's when you actually got to pay money. So if anyone's interested in actually being able to assist us with the running of programs and stuff like that, it'd be fantastic if you guys can actually get
I
hold of
didn't
them.
chat for us, I didn't chat at all.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got for nothing.
Oh, well done, so there's 3 of us.
Yeah, I think if you don't, I've got one. Did you go to Liddy's camp, mate, a couple of years back? Yeah.
That was an awesome camp.
Yeah, it was a good camp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Any other ideas?
Any other ideas?
There's no colours.
No idea.
We've got the first aid, blacksmith.
Blacksmith? Yeah, sorry about that.
Advertising activities for kids, yeah.
If they got the blacksmithing schools up the road from us.
Court rider. I know a couple of us got younger children. How about one of the maternal and child health workers coming down? Might be an idea.
Sorry, no.
I've got to go down. Oh, soup at that. He's getting nervous. Yeah. She's a lovely girl. He doesn't.
Well, I was hoping to try and get at least 12.
Yeah.
Right, but this could do for now. Right, now other events and activities, we usually have our Easter hunt, Father's Day dinner, right, and the Christmas one, but are there any other occasions that, or any other ideas that people have for activities with the kids?
Another kid.
Yeah, that's it. You might as well eat for the kids.
Halloween.
Halloween, you reckon?
Yeah, Halloween.
Just done on Saturday.
Oh, the investment program? It's going alright. We're great to get some more numbers along to that.
It's quite fun last week.
Yeah.
They were running, everyone was sore.
Yeah, very sore.
Yeah.
We're like something, I don't know, mini golf day or something like that.
That'd be alright.
Yeah.
You can get that Thunder Park's alright, man. We went up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
No, that's a brilliant place up there. We gave all the girls working up there eating celery and they was, I'll have us back there eating celery, I reckon.
Is everyone agree with that doing like a Australia Day function as well? Going down to the parks, barbecue going, lots of
Yeah, quite good. We had parties up.
You just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, something like that. The amount of fundraising involved the next 12 months. I think we'll
Well done. Now I need you to draw the map of Australia. To every country in the world.
Yeah, true.
I need you back there, Mariah.
For the club's green class, or the active fathers that the kids go together, give a grant to get them down to use those money for, extra activities, outside the, more family orientated Yeah, anyone else got any more ideas?
Taylor's got one.
Haven't had that one.
What's your idea, Taylor?
Too shy.
We don't have a karate competition because she does karate.
Bowling.
Bowling? You like bowling, Dad?
That's a good idea.
I haven't taken Lily bowling since she was little. I've got a taste of those bumper rolling balls, the way you bowl.
They called me Linda.
Yeah, they did too, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one, Carl. We're going to use that on TV. That was a good suggestion. I love the way you were animated when you asked. That was
She's an
excellent.
animated kid.
Yeah, she's terrific. We're going to use that one. I'll just zoom in tight. Yeah, okay.
How'd that go for you? Was that enough?
Yeah, that was good. That was great for discussion. Thank you, Troy. I'm going to ask a couple of questions from over here, which means if you want to pipe up, you're not exactly. And we need you there for continuity. We need you there for continuity. Because all of a sudden you can't be over there on that.
Oh, right, yeah,
you get the turn. Come over here. Sorry, you're Sol.
Right, Rob,
Sol.
here.
And then you're going to be on the same. You're going to be in the same style. Continuity. You're going to stay exactly where you are.
around sort of thing.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. If you want to say.
Sorry,
Sol. You're going to be in the same seat, mate. I'm sorry, buddy.
Stop trying
Thank you, mate.
Stop being difficult, Sol.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right there. That will still work in the shot, but that, yeah, cool. Yeah. You all right, Ken?
Yep.
Guys, one of the incredible things that I've learned, thanks to Terrell, is that the organisation isn't about it's not about a bitter history that's happened in a family. It's not about unfairness. It's about one thing. It's about the kids, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about the kids. Is that the sole purpose of this? It's just to make their lives better.
Yeah, well, a lot of it's about parenting, bringing the kids together and stuff like that, but yeah, it's definitely not about bitterness, right? It's definitely about helping the kids out and making things positive. Yeah.
And I'll use that too.
Can you do that one again, the wee rock bit?
You can say it again. We rock. Really strong.
Beautiful.
That's a first for her, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the things that is
Can't have a snort, please.
I promise, darling, I do that myself, so I will do that. One of the things too that is remarkable is that the single dads is perhaps definitely the fastest growing family group. You know what I mean? Twice the rate of single mums. I mean, does that surprise you, or do you think, well, it's 2013, this is the new world we live in, dads have as many rights as having children custody as mums do? Is that fair?
We should.
Sorry, yes.
We should.
Have as many rights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all parents.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. It's just hold on. We just got to. It's a bit hard for Cam. Go again, Terrell.
Yeah, we're all parents at the end of the day. We need to take the gender out of the equation, right? And think about the next generation.
Taking the gender out of the equation. That's a very good line, isn't it? It's exactly right. For so long, Terrell, mums have always been the ones who think, oh well, it's single mums. They've always got all the benefits, and we've discussed this earlier today, and not everything else. But if it comes down to it, it's just a gender thing, isn't it? Yeah. Dads can do the job just as well as mums.
Yeah, I think mum and dad, hard, but you got to do it.
Yeah. What difficulties do you face? What are some of the hard challenges?
Financially is the biggest one. Keeping the kids occupied, being mum and dad at the same time, and getting used to, I don't know my clothes and nothing, I hang them out, doing it properly, making the kids happy and having a routine.
Yeah, exactly. Do you work?
No, I had to quit my job.
That's a good point. You have. Can I ask what you did?
I was a plumber on caravans.
So you're a tradesman?
So I was doing plumbing on caravans, and that leaves that, so I was took after the kids.
And
nearly on a year, so still going good.
Because as a tradesman, you've got to drop the kids off to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. You would have normally been out at 7 o'clock in the morning at a job site.
That's right.
And then at 3 o'clock, you can't still be fixing a dunny somewhere when you've got to be picking up the kids at school.
Exactly. So you've got to get your timing right and do both. And it's hard, but you've got to do what you've got to do.
How do you go with government support? Do you get the same benefits as what a mother would get?
I'm not sure what mother gets, what they're entitled to.
Yeah.
What they get, but it should be the same, but not on AD.
Yeah. Do any of the others here know anything about that?
I'm pretty sure, mate. Since like probably 73, Barry Williams. You know what I mean? It's been single parent. You know what I mean? And so, look, I don't really think there's much. Look, if you're bringing up a kid, they'll give you as much money whether you're a male or a female.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't get extra money just because you're a female. So, you know, look, it's not really discriminating with that.
Maybe my question is probably correct, and I agree. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but do you feel daunted or overwhelmed for the fact that media? They talk about
a lot of people
single
seem to be
mothers.
surprised
Yeah.
that you're bringing up a kid by yourself. You know, I mean, I've even had women saying, "Oh, geez, you'll have to get women in to explain things and stuff." Never found anything which we did.
And a lot of women, they always like try and explain things to me and try and talk to me and try and ask me the stuff, and it's just like, I'm not an idiot, I know this stuff.
I can get in trouble. I cut her hair really short at one stage, and that didn't seem to go real well with all the girls.
My choice. That was my choice.
I know it was, but they all blamed me.
How are your cooking skills?
No, they're not bad. Kids, thankfully, they grow up with your cooking, so they always like your cooking, so there's really not a problem with that.
Yeah, and I cook for myself.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. What about some of the dads over here with younger kids and that, you know? Do you face any struggles? Do you face it? I mean, are the challenges any different to being from a sole dad to a sole mum? Do you think the challenges are different?
Probably greater for fathers because they're expected to go out to work and still supply the finances and child support and everything like that. So.
How are you able to do that? Can you do that?
Not well. I'm on New Start at the moment, going through retraining, but hopefully I should be able to get a balance.
It's very hard. I mean, you've got 2 daughters, and as I say, you've got to be there to drop off and pick up and do sports and make the lunches and have dinner ready and all those things. It's
exactly. Routine won't be easy.
Yeah, exactly. Would you give it away for anything? I mean, being a father, as I know, there's nothing better, is there?
I wouldn't give it away. No way.
Yeah. Is that how do you feel? I mean,
Well, I work part-time and...
Yep, sorry, we'll just come back right. Yep. Yep.
I work part-time and I'm on New Start, so I get part of one and part of the other. But yeah, the kind of work I get, which is I'm grateful for, is I can go on holidays when my kids are on holiday. So I just do that. I'm a crossing supervisor. So, and thanks to the cooking classes that Tyrell's been running, my cooking's been greatly improved.
How was it before?
No more baked beans.
But he's doing a good job, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do.
He's doing a great job.
He may not be able to cook, but it doesn't stop him from not being a good dad. He's still good.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Terrific stuff. Good on you, folks.
Stay there for a second.
Yep.
Or you keep turning, I'll just get a couple of shots.
Good stuff. Well done. Everybody spoke very well. I appreciate that. We could ask a lot more questions, but I was going to ask you one thing, and that was, about pride. Do you think a lot of men hold back because of pride, that male thing that, I don't want to ask for help on this, or... You think that? Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking up, everyone don't like everything for yourself and deal with it.
Yeah.
It's probably best to talk to someone.
Yeah. It's just like, this is such a good thing.
Yeah.
Like more
Alright,
men.
good job. Good luck. Good luck to anyone.
Yeah. Was it before you came to these meetings, sorry, your first meeting?
Darryl.
Darryl, my apologies, Darryl Brady. Darryl, before you came to these sorts of meetings, did you find it difficult? Was it a struggle?
I've known Tyrell as a personal friend for a long time, so yeah, have to adapt to it, go that kind of thing, so you've got to do. Just deal with each day as it comes, do what you've got to do. They're happy with that on its own.
That's one of the things, parenting doesn't come with a book, so, having a group like this, we can share our own experiences because we've got kids at different ages. We've got 13, right, we've got 12, 14, is that right? Yep. No, 15, 16, and we've got the young ones over here as well, so we can share our own experiences. Some things might work for some parents, but some things, might not. With the cumulative, members within the organisation, you know, more options are available.
Yes,
Ideas.
Is it, and the organisation too, I mean, it's not just open to sole dads, is it? You might have re-partnered and you still want to come here because you've got something to give or something to share.
Well, it's solely about parenting. You don't have to be a sole father to be in the group. It's just about parenting. Anybody can come down with their kids. You know what I mean? We're definitely not discriminating against guys who can keep the relationship together.
Indeed. I was probably not getting it to the point clear enough too, but it is a situation when you talk out there, it's all about single mothers, and it is the media that always talk about single mothers. So all of a sudden now, nothing new for you guys, because you've been doing this for years, there's those single dads out there too, you know, and it just needs to get the message across. Is that?
Well, possibly there's a lot of guys that don't realise you can do it. Once they see you can, you know what I mean? But definitely, there's nothing better than bringing up the kids, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's a nice line. There's nothing better, is there?
Yeah. Well, who's better suited to bring up your kids than yourself? You know what I mean? Like, they're your kids, you know what I mean? You know them better than anyone.
I'm pretty happy being brought up by you.
Yeah, no, I'm doing a great job, aren't
Yeah.
That's a lovely out for my story. I feel good out. I like that. Thank you, David. Well done. Thanks, Robert. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks a real lot for that. Appreciate it. You know, it's important that you're all here. I know you're probably thinking, oh, I didn't ask any questions, but as I say, this is out of the Melbourne bit. Or it's in Brisbane and Sydney, and then there's some experts we're going to have in there, and so it'll all blend together nicely. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This statement might more than likely next week, so we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let Ty know, mate.
The only problem is, I'll only let you know on the day. So it'll be like, you know, I'll ring you at lunchtime, or Victoria will ring you at lunchtime, and let you know if that's when our show's locked in.
Yeah, I really haven't looked in that day.